Hi, this is Parthapatim Sinha. I'm legal intern in Lexan Company. Today I'll be talking about a topic called merger in India. Merger. Merger is a tool used by companies for the purpose of expanding their operation, often aiming at an increase of the long-term profitability. Usually, merger occur in a consensual setting. The Companies Act 1956 does not define the term merger or amalgamation. It deals with schemes of merger, acquisition which are given in section 390, 394A, 395, 396 and 396A. Now I want to talk about merger, demerger and provision under section 394B. The procedure for the amalgamation of two companies has to be viewed from the transfer and transferee company. Steps to be followed by transferee company is memorandum of association. Memorandum of association must provide the power to amalgamate in its object clause. Merger and amalgamation is silent. Amendment in merger and amalgamation must take place. Now, board meeting. A board meeting shall be convened to consider and pass the following requisite resolution. Now I want to talk about the summons should be accompanied by certified copy of merger and amalgamation of both the companies. A certified true copy of the latest audited of transfer company. The application to convene meeting under section 391 subclause 1 is required to be made to the respective jurisdictional high court by the company concerned, depending on the location of its registered office. Similarly, an application for the scheme of arrangement will have to be made to the concerned High Court where the company registered office is situated. Now I want to talk about copy to Vigilant Director. A copy of application made to concerned High Court shall also be sent to the RD of the DGA. Although such notices are supposed to be sent by High Court, usually the company sends it without waiting for the High Court to send it. I want to talk about order of High Court in merger in India. On hearing the summons, the High Court shall pass the necessary orders, which shall include time and place of the meeting, chairman of the meeting, fixing the quorum, and procedure to follow in the meeting of voting by the proxy. Now I want to talk how the general meeting is done. The general meeting shall be held to pass the following resolution. First one, approving the scheme of amalgamation by 3/4 majority. Second one, special resolution authorization allotment of shares to person other than existing shareholder or an ordinary resolution be passed subject to getting central government approval for the allotment as per the provision of section 81 subclause 1A of the Companies Act 1956. Third one, the resolution not to empower director to dispose of the shares, not taking up the dissenting shareholders at their discretion. And fourth one, an ordinary special resolution shall be passed to increase the authorized share capital if the proposed issue of shares exceeds the present authorized capital. Decision of the meeting shall be extended only by taking a poll on the resolution. Now to talk about reporting of result of the meeting. The chairman of the meeting shall report the result of the meeting to the court within the times fixed by a judge within 7 days, as the case may be. A copy of proceedings of the meeting shall also be sent to the concerned stock exchange. So now I want to conclude by saying merger and acquisition have gained importance in recent times. Business consolidation by large industrial houses, consolidation of business by multinational operating in India, increasing competition amongst domestic companies and competition against inputs have all combined to spur merger activities in India. 2006 will be remembered in India's corporate history as a year when Indian companies covered a lot of new ground. They went shopping across the globe and acquired a number of strategically significant companies. This comprised 60% of the total merger and acquisition activity in India in 2006. And almost 98% of acquisitions were made with cash payments. That's all. It's my topic about merger in India. Thank you.